I'm Angela Hockman, and you are watching In the Kitchen on STL TV. Now, I am so excited for today's guest. If you are in St. Louis and you want some delightful Southern food with some yummy cocktails, there's only one place to go, and that is Juniper. Today, I'm joined by Executive Sous Chef, Mr. Daniel Poss. Daniel, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you, Angela?
I am great. I am hungry. I am happy you're here.
Good, good.
What are you making for me and the crew today?
So we are doing a special, it's kind of a low country style shrimp and grits.
Okay,
So,
let's back up one second.
Yeah.
What is low country style? I'm fascinated.
so low country, you're talking about the regions of, so the East Coast, but South Carolina, the coast of South Carolina, so that's Charleston, Savannah, Georgia, that whole little coastal area right there, kind of like right north of Florida, but South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia,
Yum.
yeah.
And so that is basically behind the scenes at Juniper. That's what you guys are based off of, low country cuisine.
Yep, low country, southern style cuisine, yes ma'am.
I love it. Doesn't get any more authentic than that.
Exactly.
So let's talk about these insane shrimp and grits.
Sure.
What are they and why are they different?
So first of all, the grits is, to me, is kind of what makes it special. We're using an heirloom grain called Jimmy Red Corn.
Jimmy Red Corn.
yes.
It sounds like an album or something. I
Right,
love it.
right. So it's a pretty interesting history of this type of ingredient. So it is a native. It was native to U.S. soil.
Okay.
Kind of cultivated in Florida by the Native Americans. And then it kind of moved further up, so it would be northeast into the low country regions. Through slavery, it was a cultivated grain. And then so post antebellum, what happens with a lot of these ingredients, they die off.
Okay.
So what the interesting thing is about this grain is it wasn't up until 2000. There was a gentleman, which I should have had his name, but he had 2 ears of this type of corn left. And
No way.
off of those 2 ears, now it's a sustainable product that we actually get from Anson Mills. So it's nice and fruity, rich, and creamy.
Oh my gosh, that was quite an answer for
Yeah.
what makes it unique.
It's actually sought out by the moonshiners back in the day too.
Really?
Yep. For
That's-
its sweet properties. Yep.
Incredible, and Juniper got its hands on it.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the key ingredient. So
It's-
what do we
yeah,
do with these yummy, unique grits?
So just like any type of grit, we start with it's a 4-to-1 ratio. So right now I'm doing 1 cup of grits to 4 cups. I like to do milk, or you can do half and half, milk and water.
Any
or
particular type of milk you'd recommend?
whole milk.
Okay.
So what you want to do is bring up your liquid to kind of a simmer, and I'm going to start stirring. And if you wouldn't mind, as I'm stirring, go ahead and start pouring.
Okay. Just little bits at a time, is that right?
Yep, just stir. Yep, perfect, perfect, perfect.
Oh my gosh. This is incredible. So you guys have so many insanely delicious dishes on your menu.
Yep.
As the sous chef, you're there a lot.
I am.
And you probably enjoy some meals there. What is your go-to meal after a long shift?
My go-to meal, I mean, with what I work, I don't eat a lot, so I kind of nibble around the kitchen. We use a lot of different types of foraged mushrooms, so after, portioning down the mushrooms, like I'll get a nibble here and there, or when we get our oysters in for the day, that's what I do. I just kind of nibble and go. So.
Got it, got
Yep.
it.
And so what's going to happen is you want to leave this on a simmering kind of temperature. It
Okay.
does. The best grits, the best corn to cook, you want to cook it on the stove kind of like 2-3 hours.
Got it.
So that's why I did bring this to demonstrate today for people that might want to know. So really, it's one of those things you kind of have to baby. You have to keep whisking, because if you don't, it will scorch the bottom of the pan.
Wow. So you know so much about the process too. So Daniel, did you grow up in a culinary household? Did you learn to cook on your own? How did you get to be where you are today?
So I was born in Birmingham, Alabama, and my grandparents are from a little town called Ohatchee, which is northeast Alabama.
Okay.
And what we ate is what we grew. So my parents were separated, and during the summers I would go down and stay at my grandfather's house. So whether it was growing the vegetables, he raised hogs, he taught me about all the preservation techniques. I grew up in a southern, we were eating collard greens, black-eyed peas, and cornbread. My grandmother made the best sweet potato pie.
Oh, I bet. That sounds so good.
Yeah.
Is anything like that on the menu? It seems like you have the potential to bring a lot of family recipes to your workplace.
So as we're getting into fall, that's something that we're gonna be, I think we're either, so we do these individual pies now. So right now it's cherry. Once that runs out, we're gonna be running into either a chocolate chess or probably doing a personal sweet potato or a pumpkin pie.
Are we talking individual, like actual
they're
ramekin size?
No, they're actually in little small cast iron skillets. That's where we bake them, so the filling. So it's, for one person, it's a lot. It's a good shareable portion, yeah.
I mean, sharing is optional. I totally get it. And those will make great gifts, too.
They will, absolutely. We got Thanksgiving coming up. I'm sure we'll be doing a promotion for that as well.
Absolutely. Okay, so we got the grits cooking. What's next?
So what I'm going to do, since this is not gonna be ready, I do have some pre-made grits. I'm gonna go ahead and start warming these up. So if you have pre-made grits, you can just bring up a little bit, probably 3 or 4 ounces of cooking liquid, and then you can just add your cold grits to it, and then you just kind of wanna warm them back up and get the consistency right.
So how do you know that those are completely ready? I'd hate to overcook something as delicate and delicious as grits.
Well, it's one of those things that it's a pretty resilient product. So it's one of those, you could cook it for 2 hours and you taste it, and if the grain still has a bite to it, you gotta cook it a little bit longer.
Totally get it.
So there's not really especially with these heirloom grains, there's not like a definite, oh, this takes 1 hour.
Right. And these are definitely not like, put it on the stove and walk away. You need to have eyeballs on these at all times.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we are gonna get those grits warmed up. We are gonna go to a quick break, but when we come back, we are going to finish up these yummy shrimp and grits and hear more about what's going on behind the scenes at Juniper. We'll be back.
Thank you.
I love coming back to St. Louis to savor some of its more famous foods like toasted ravioli, barbecue, and world-famous frozen custard. But if you think that's all we have cooking, time to turn those beliefs upside down. Truth is, St. Louis has some of the hottest restaurants in the nation and more than our fair share of James Beard award-winning chefs. So you might want to bring those stretchy pants. What? They're comfy. St. Louis is always exploring.
There's so many reasons to love St. Louis, you can't pick just one.
What I love about St. Louis is the 79 unique neighborhoods and 108 beautiful city parks, including Forest Park, which is actually larger than Central Park in New York, and the gorgeous Tower Grove Park right here.
And there's always something new to experience, no matter the time of day or the season. So come and experience St. Louis.
Hey there, welcome back to In the Kitchen. I'm Angela Hockman. Today I am joined by Executive Sous Chef of Juniper, Daniel Poss. Daniel and I, by the two of us, I mean Daniel, is cooking up some shrimp and grits. These are a very popular menu item at Juniper. So I noticed we got the shrimp cooking. Daniel,
Yes.
talk to me about that.
So what we need to do is start out with a pretty hot pan here.
Okay.
We want to get some color on these guys. And then, so that's step one.
What kind of shrimp, real quick?
So these are from the Gulf. They're just wild caught browns.
Nothing but the best.
Yep. You want to, obviously, you want to peel and devein
Okay.
your shrimp before starting. So what I'm doing right now is a little Creole Spice. It's about 13 different ingredients. You can get this at a local grocery store.
Oh,
we have
really?
our own that we make.
Do you sell yours at Juniper?
We don't, but we probably should.
I'm just saying, I'd buy it if it was there.
Okay.
So
all
we
right.
got the shrimp sauteing here. We're stirring up these amazing grits that smell so good.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's the special grits. It's
Yeah.
dear to my heart here.
So, okay, I understand Juniper also does a great brunch on the weekends. Let's talk a little bit about that.
We do. So we do the kind of the chicken and waffles. So we do kind of a Belgian style waffle, chicken tenders, and then what we do is a St. Louis hot. So you've heard of Nashville hot, correct?
Oh yeah, I've experienced it.
So St. Louis hot we do with our riplet hot, like a riplet seasoning.
Yes, okay.
So we bloom that spice into an oil, and then that's what we dip our chicken in, and then season with Creole.
That sounds phenomenal.
So we've just kind of brought like the Nashville hot to St. Louis. We call it St. Louis hot.
Why not? Okay, so it looks like these grits are coming along pretty quickly.
Yep. And then our warmed ones, we're getting there.
So I have to tell you, Daniel, last time I was eating there with my husband and some friends, we indulged in a bread basket that was life-changing.
Sure.
It was all the carbs at once, and I loved every bite of it. Is that still on the menu? Please say yes.
We do still host a bread basket, but we've actually changed it to a biscuit basket.
I'm sorry.
essentially.
Biscuit basket?
Yes, we do 3 types of biscuits, which you had on the menu, which was a like an angel biscuit. That's a yeast dough. It's a great texture. It's nice and fluffy on the inside, but has a good bite to it.
Great.
A traditional buttermilk biscuit.
Oh.
And then we actually chef decided to add it's like very, very similar to the Red Lobster biscuit, but it's a garlic.
Cheddar biscuits.
Yes, it's a drop biscuit.
Yum.
Super delicious. So that's obviously served with the jam and butter as well. And you can also add country ham to it, a 3-month or a 9-month age.
Don't mind if I do. Okay, so as if we don't have enough protein here with the shrimp, what are we adding?
So this is our house-made andouille sausage.
Oh, yum.
So our other sous chef, he makes all the sausage in-house.
Is it spicy?
This one's actually pretty mild.
Okay.
It's good. So our shrimp is brown. We want to add our sausage to start warming that up.
So you wait till the shrimp is pretty brown on both sides, then add the sausage.
Yeah, because now we're gonna do a pretty quick process, which you're gonna help me with. So this is the Trinity, right?
Okay.
So in Creole cooking, it is equal parts bell pepper, celery, and onion. If you want to, just step right over here, go ahead and add the bell pepper.
All of them, but
Yep,
just little bits at a time?
Just go ahead, add the whole thing.
I love adding color and flavor and boldness. Okay.
Yep. Let's do the onion.
Let's do the onion. I'm not crying, you're crying. Okay, here we go.
There we
my
go.
goodness, it's so beautiful.
Let's turn this guy off. I think he's about done. All right, let's do the garlic and celery.
Okay. Ooh, garlic. I love some good garlic.
Yeah, just about a 1/4 ounce.
Yeah.
Just a tablespoon. And let's go add the celery.
Oh my gosh, your palate has got to be thanking you.
Yeah.
Look at all this, the gorgeous colors, the unique flavors. It's all going to come together.
So what we want to do is give this just kind of a quick stir. Let this start sweating out.
Okay.
You want to make sure you sweat it out so you're not eating like the raw you don't want that raw vegetable taste
Sure
to kind of
don't.
cook out.
Nope.
So once we're getting nice and sweated out here, maybe everybody's favorite part is have your white wine. So, if you're making this at home,
5 o'clock
some for
somewhere.
the pan, some for yourself.
Okay.
So you want to do a little deglaze.
Oh, yum. I love how the simmer starts to go down. As soon as you add that, it just absorbs it beautifully.
So you want to deglaze, and you want to cook this down at least to about like there's a 1/4 of liquid left. And then what we're going to do is we're going to whisk a little butter in, and that makes your sauce. So it makes a pan sauce.
Oh my gosh, I see why Juniper has won all the awards that they have. So Daniel, does the menu change seasonally? I know you use so many locally sourced products.
Sometimes weekly. It just depends on, I wouldn't say the whole menu, but certain items, apps, and sharing plates. We, depending on, because sometimes in the summer and the spring, those seasons, you might get a product that lasts 2 weeks.
Oh,
and
sure.
so you have to change it up.
Yeah, keep it fresh.
But, we do definitely flow and ride with the seasons.
Awesome. Ride with it. Now what are we doing?
So we're
Spicing
gonna add
things up?
Yep, we're gonna season with a little bit of Creole Spice. This is gonna give it a little more depth.
Oh my gosh. This looks so good. I don't feel like a lot of restaurants add the andouille sausage to their shrimp and grits. Is it just me, or is that a Juniper thing?
Every time I've made shrimp and grits in the past, no.
Okay.
Sometimes you see it with mushrooms. Sometimes you don't see it with sausage. We like to add it. I feel like it kind of keeps the the low country
Yeah.
vibe to it. So right now, as we're whisking a little bit of cold butter into it, so it'll help tighten that wine and all the yummy deglazed bits.
Oh my gosh, I love that these flavors all just mesh together.
Exactly.
So I am getting very excited to take my bite. So this surprised me because it didn't really take long at all.
Nope, it's a quick pickup in a pan.
Absolutely.
So did you know, just real quick if we have time, but the history of shrimp and grits actually goes back to West Africa.
I didn't know that. We are starting to wind down, but
Yep, sure.
if you can give me a quick,
Mozambique.
quick cliff notes.
They called it corn and shellfish.
Huh, okay.
And once they moved over here with the slave trade, then it evolved into shrimp and grits.
I swear, I learned so much on this show.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. I've been standing here with my fork for a little while now. Oh my gosh, this is so absolutely delicious. I know what I'm getting next time I come in.
A little sausage. And you gotta get the
This, it's so beautiful. That's what I love, honestly. If you follow the Instagram of Juniper, the plates are so artistically done. I mean, I'm all about
There you go.
presentation. Okay.
Give it a go.
I'm gonna give it a go. This looks kind of hot, but here we go. I'm not afraid. Daniel,
How does that do for you?
this is insane.
Awesome.
This is so good. I don't know what everyone else is gonna eat because that will be gone here in just a few minutes. I see why this is one of your most popular dishes.
It is, it really is.
Pairs very well with the biscuit basket. Daniel, I cannot thank you enough for your time today. I know you're a busy guy working your magic in the kitchen. I just want to thank you.
Yes, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
Of course, yes. And make sure you pop into Juniper, grab some friends, come in, have a cocktail, have some delicious Southern food, and just enjoy the scene there, okay? Make sure you check them out. They're in a new location, not far from the old one, in the Central West End. You can visit their website, junipereats.com, and of course, follow them on social. If you're hungry, just beware, because that's what I did. I was scrolling and starving. It didn't end well. Anyway, Daniel, thank you so much for your time. Make sure you keep up with Juniper and all that's going on. And while you're on social, find STL TV. We've got all sorts of stuff cooking. So that is going to do it for this episode. I'm going to indulge, and I want to thank you for tuning in. We will see you next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.